Hello and welcome to New Mexico Rising. My name is Dan. You know, each and every week I try to bring people from all across the country to talk to me about cool things we can do right here in New Mexico. On this week's program, we got a little bit of this.
You know, about millions of Americans are struggling on any given night, and about 1 in 3 adults experience difficulty falling asleep or waking up and difficulty falling back asleep.
I found that I really love chocolate, so I did a traditional apprenticeship as a pastry chef chocolatier, and I've been with Flint for almost 20 years now.
All that and more right here on New Mexico Rising. All right, today we're diving into a story that kind of circles back to one of life's core truths. All you need is love. And joining us today is Joshua Wallach, the entrepreneurial spirit behind Mango's Tropical Café and author of Regarding Victory, Adventures in Entrepreneurship Led Back to Love. From high stakes in the business world to the heartwarming embrace of family, Joshua's journey is a vivid reminder of what truly matters. Welcome to the show, Joshua. How are you, bud?
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, Dan.
So you recently won a Nonfiction Authors Association Award for your book, Regarding Victory. It kind of paints a vivid picture of success, sacrifice, and ultimately redemption. Can you share the moments you realized that something fundamental was missing in your life, despite all of the professional success and achievements?
Yes, thank you very much again. So going back into really the reason why I wrote Regarding Victory is really that truth that I came to right before the pandemic, the onset of the pandemic, when things had gotten so bad. Things were actually really amazing at work, but were so hard and trying at home that my wife and I separated. And at that point, we were still completely in love, but just very unhappy. I was lost as far as my thoughts and my vision of what things were supposed to be with the family. And I was simply like a Terminator, laser focused on my career. And really, that came from being an entrepreneur, bootstrapping up in my 20s and all that hardcore business sort of personality that you have to have, and or what they tell you have to have in the movies and on TV in order to be a successful entrepreneur. And what I learned is that, you know, no matter how far you go and what you do with it, it doesn't matter if you don't bring it home to people that love you. And that's just the essence of it. And that's what I learned, you know, down on the floor, you know, in the holidays about 5 years ago, being completely alone. And luckily, my wife was able to, you know, take me back and see that I was genuinely, you know, changing and something changed in me. And luckily, we were able to reconcile right before COVID hit. So we were able to spend a lot of time together that year and really change our lives. And we've never been happier. And that was almost 5 years ago.
And many entrepreneurs tend to struggle with maintaining that healthy work-life balance. What specific strategies did you implement to realign your priorities and ensure your family felt as victorious as your business ventures?
Well, I think it really comes, sometimes it comes in to people later on as they mature as adults, and people when they're younger, you know, they just want to go, and it's sort of all offense, and you're really just trying to rise in the world. But I would say, and really it's a lot of this is, you know, these things that, you know, they've changed the whole world. But when you go out and you drive to your office and you're at work and you're in that environment, be the best that you can be, do the best that you can do, be as intense as it takes to succeed, because it is terribly competitive out there, and none of that changed from how it was when I, you know, was coming up, et cetera. However, what did change, and what is something that makes all the difference, not just in your marriage, but also as a parent with your children, and and to some degree with your friends and extended family. And it's when you leave the office environment or the business environment, even though texts and emails are still coming and people are still WhatsApping you around the clock, when you come in to the house, put it down. Take an hour and a half to have dinner with your family. If somebody just spent an hour or 2 hours preparing dinner, enjoy that moment. Enjoy that time with your kids. Hear about their day. Everybody knows that you're this hotshot business person. So people know that already. It's important that you listen and take the time to hear about their lives, and that their lives are important to you, and that they know that their lives are important to you. So you have that cohesiveness at home. And then look, after dinner and after everybody's done talking about how things are at school and at their job and whatever, and things kind of calm down, and you have more quiet time later, maybe after people are already back watching TV or whatever, then you can pick up the phone again and take a look at what came in. Believe me, nothing was such an emergency as to put a foot on the neck of a family that you couldn't put it down. So really, I think that's the case: is being present when you come home and you're with your friends and family. Don't allow an obsession to intrude on something that needs its own lifeblood.
Joshua, thanks for joining me this morning. Where can we get your book and maybe even follow you online?
The book is available at Amazon and Barnes & Noble, among other sites, Lulu, Kobo, and Apple Books as well. And my website is joshuawallach.com. And I'm also on LinkedIn, if anybody would like to join me on LinkedIn.
Joshua Wallach, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
March 30th marks World Bipolar Day. A day created to encourage awareness and increased education surrounding this complex condition, with hopes of eliminating the social stigma associated with bipolar disorder. Our society has come a long way in terms of how we talk about and approach mental illness, and yet less than 10% of patients who have a mental disorder receive effective treatment. Dr. Gustavo Alva, a psychiatrist board certified by the American Board of Psychiatry and Neurology, is joining us with more information on bipolar 1 disorder, one of the most common and most severe forms of bipolar disorder. Welcome to the show, Dr. Alva. How are you?
I'm doing terrific, Dan. Thank you so much for having me with you.
Dr. Alva, can you tell us about bipolar 1 disorder and its impact in the United States?
I'd be happy to. Bipolar 1 disorder, or BP1, is a recurrent lifelong mood disorder which results in functional as well as cognitive impairment. There's nearly 4.8 million Americans right now that are living with bipolar 1 disorder, which is so crucial that we foster an open dialogue surrounding this condition in helping reduce stigma and empower those individuals that struggle seeking the appropriate care and treatment that they should be receiving from a healthcare professional.
And what are signs of bipolar 1 disorder that individuals should be watching out for?
Well, bipolar 1 is characterized by recurrent manic and depressed episodes, which may last weeks or even months. Bipolar 1 patients may face periods of unusually intense emotions, as well as changes in their sleep patterns and activity levels, all of which can negatively impact someone's day-to-day life.
So what are some of the challenges associated with treating BP1?
Well, here's the sad reality. About half of those diagnosed with a mental disorder have issues with their long-term treatment plans. And considering that 90% of people with bipolar disorder experience recurrences during their lifetime, we should definitely identify a long-term treatment plan that is pivotal for people.
So as a healthcare provider, what treatment options are available with patients living with BP1?
Well, there's no one-size-fits-all, so we should always focus on what works best for that individual patient. Patients should feel empowered to ask questions and work with their doctor to find the best treatment option for them. What I've found in my practice that is very helpful is the utilization of long-acting injectables, or LAIs. I've found them to be particularly beneficial in managing bipolar 1 disorder in patients who are already stable.
So where can our listeners go for more information?
Speaking with one's healthcare provider is always critical, but there's a great website called learnmorebp1.com. It can be a phenomenal resource. Again, learnmorebp1.com.
Dr. Alva, thanks for joining me this morning.
Dan, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Spring is the perfect time to plan a weekend getaway to escape from the winter blues. So here to help is travel expert Stacy Jacob with vacation inspiration and information about a California destination that offers something for everyone. Stacy is the president and CEO of Travel Paso for Paso Robles, a West Coast destination where you can savor the real California. Welcome to the show, Stacy. How are you?
I'm great, Dan. How are you this morning?
I'm doing okay this morning. I'm thinking about trying to get away from this place. I hear you have some options that can help me out a little bit. Why do you think spring is a good time for one of those big vacation getaways?
Well, we love to tell people, come to Paso Robles during the springtime. We've had some great winter rains that really bring in the green hillsides. The wildflowers are popping right now like no tomorrow, and it's just the beginning of the 2024 vintage. So because we are in the rich, vibrant wine country that we are, it's the beginning of the season, and you really can see what's happening in the vibrancy of spring has sprung in Paso Robles.
So what are some things that make that or a destination special?
So our destination, I love it. It's really authentic California, right? It's the way California used to be. Come to our downtown square, have an opportunity to really meet the shop owners, check out a tasting room that's going on downtown, maybe even really see what the nightlife is at our new jazz club at Libretto in downtown Paso Robles. But don't despair. You come to California, you want to see the ocean. We are literally 30 minutes away from the Pacific Ocean. Take a drive, the ultimate road trip in California. Take a drive over to the Pacific Ocean and spend the day at the beach and come back and then do a little wine tasting. So we like to say that Paso Robles is wine country with beach access. But don't forget, we have an awesome new art installation. Artist Bruce Monroe has created this experience called Sensorio. This is where nature meets technology meets art. And it's really the perfect evening activity. And don't forget, plan that amazing trip with your girlfriends or your guy friends and really come out and experience an awesome time in Paso Robles.
So how important is fine dining for enjoying a great vacation?
Well, Dan, I don't know about you, but I like to eat, and I like to eat well. So in Paso Robles, I like to remind folks that we have everything from local amazing pub grub to fantastic taquerias to fine dining that not only I love, but frankly, Michelin has come and said, you've got amazing restaurants that are Michelin recommended in Paso Robles. So we've got the amazing wine, and now we have amazing dining as well. So we think food is really important, and we've got a whole display ready for you.
So what are some adventures that everyone should look for when you're trying to plan any special getaway?
Well, you've heard me talk a lot about wine country, right? So wine tasting, of course, is one of those adventures. But we know everybody needs a little bit of break from it. So here's an opportunity to either, maybe you want to jump in a sidecar and do a tour through the vineyards via motorcycle sidecar tours. Maybe horseback riding is your jam and you want to get out in the nature and the open fields. We've got Jeep rides happening. But we also, if you're more of an adventure thrill seeker, zip lining might be your jam. So we've got it all. And don't forget about our amazing golf courses. People want to get out, spend the day outside. So bring those golf clubs along, and we've got something for everyone in Paso Robles.
So what else makes a perfect spring destination?
Well, I also love live music. And so what we're finding in Paso Robles is you can find live music almost any night of the week, from our amazing jazz clubs to the fact that a lot of the wineries are doing special music, or come in the later on in the spring and see our concert season, or maybe even catch one of our amazing spring festivals as well. So live music is alive and well in Paso Robles. But don't forget about the heritage of our area, which is really the fact that we were an agricultural area. So I like to say that you might see some cowboys hanging out, drinking some Cabernet and really enjoying the cowboy culture that we have in Paso Robles wine country.
Well, Stacey, Jacob, thanks for joining me this morning. Where can we go for more information and learn about this?
Yeah, check out our website at travelpaso.com or follow us along on social media at Travel Paso. We look forward to seeing you there.
Thanks for joining me this morning, Stacey.
Thanks, Dan. Have a great day.
What's up, mi gente? It's Jesse, one of your VJs from the original Dance Dance Dance. It's a teen thing.
Hey, what's up? This is Kira.
Listen, I want to invite you to come out to this really great event called Back to the Beach.
I hope you join me going back to the beach on April 6th.
Come out and join me, Jason, Kira, Shamar. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can get your tickets. They are $10 at rebelabq.com. Listen, y'all, don't miss it. I can't wait to see you guys. Mwah.
See you there.
Hey Dan, I'm here at Elysium Therapeutics right now. We're getting ready to do a Thai massage pretty soon. This is Ludo, my therapy dog. So I started this business in 2018. I am a licensed massage therapist. I graduated from UTMI. And my specialties are Thai table massage and Ashiatsu.
Transform ordinary moments into extraordinary memories with our magical succulent bar. Whether it's a quiet moment of reflection or a first date, let the enchantment of nature enhance every occasion. Radiate positivity and create manifestations while making your very own magical succulent. Embrace the magic at Zinkstown, where we bring positivity to any occasion.
You know, sleep. We never tend to get enough of it. In fact, Hilton's latest trends report shows that it's such a valuable commodity that the number one reason people want to travel this year is to rest and recharge. In the midst of National Sleep Awareness Month and Daylight Savings, our next guest might be able to help us achieve a better night's sleep. I sure hope so, because I barely sleep myself. Dr. Rebecca Robbins is an associate sleep scientist at the Brigham and Women's Hospital and sleep expert at Hilton Hotels. And she's ready to teach us how to prepare for a restful night's sleep and put it into practice with a new sleep retreat. She's joined us live from Kilolani Spa in Grand Waila. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. A Waldorf Astoria Resorts with more. Good morning, Dr. Robbins. How are you? And am I saying those names
Good
correctly?
morning.
How badly did I butcher them?
It's so great to join you from the Grand Wailea here in Maui and talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart as a sleep scientist, sleep, and an exciting new project I'm working on with Hilton.
So why do so many people struggle with sleep issues, whether it's like falling asleep, staying asleep, or just getting enough sleep?
You know, about millions of Americans are struggling on any given night, and about 1 in 3 adults experience difficulty falling asleep or waking up and difficulty falling back asleep. We also have another problem of poor sleep quality in our country. Fewer than 3 in 10 adults report that they wake up and their sleep is restored. Many people also struggle when they travel. And there's nothing worse than looking forward to a trip and not having a good night's sleep. So for all of these reasons, and I think the contributing forces to our kind of collective sleep health as a country are manyfold. It's the always-on culture, the 24/7 society, access to screens, social media, all of those things can detract from our ability to unplug and unwind. So never before has this renewed focus on sleep been more important.
So tell us more about this like new sleep tourism trend, and what does it mean for travelers this year?
It's as a sleep scientist exciting to see. According to a Hilton Trends report, being able to rest and recharge, as you said, it was the number one reason a guest reported booking a trip in 2024. So that's incredibly exciting, but in many ways a response to the fact that we are falling short of the goal for healthy sleep in many ways. So this trend is appearing in many different ways, but hotels are increasingly making the guest sleep experience a priority, which is wonderful to see, designing guest rooms according to the science of sleep and cultivating new products and services like sleep retreats. And so here at the Grand Wailea in Maui, we are, myself and Hilton Hotels, are designing a really exciting new sleep retreat. It's going to include lectures on sleep and circadian science from myself, and spa services that promote your sleep and help you combat jet lag, and meditation exercises, with the goal being that a guest can return home and really, truly be restored.
Well, Dr. Robbins, thanks for joining me this morning. Where can we go for more information about any of this?
There's more information and all of these sleep tips on the Grand Wailea website, so grandwailea.com.
Thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You know, it's Easter time, and we're delving into that sweet, sweet world of chocolate. And today we have Ann Shia, you know, Lynn's master chocolatier, who turns the traditional Easter basket into a confectionery masterpiece, from the origins of Lindt's iconic gold bunny to crafting the ultimate Easter treat collection. Ann is here today to kind of share our chocolatier secrets, and hopefully gives us a peek into the luxurious Lindt gold bunny getaway. So get ready to elevate your Easter with a touch of Lindt's elegance. Welcome to the show, Ann. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Dan?
I'm doing fabulous this morning. Okay, so how did you become a master chocolatier? And you know, that is an amazing job. I'm totally jealous of you.
It's a great job. I was living and working in Switzerland, and I was working in restaurant kitchens, and I found that I really loved chocolate, so I did a traditional apprenticeship as a pastry chef chocolatier, and I've been with Lindt for almost 20 years now.
So how did the whole gold bunny tradition start to like evolve into what it is today?
Well, it's a really cute story. This little girl was watching a bunny hopping around the garden, and as bunnies do, it hopped away, and she was very upset, and her dad was a master chocolatier, and he created the gold bunny, so the next year he hid it in the garden, so that way she could always find the bunny, and that was over 70 years ago.
What are some tips that you could give us for assembling that perfect, cute little Easter basket?
Well, I like to customize it, so know who your recipient is, of course, and then you start with gold bunny as the centerpiece, and then I like to add different textures and layers, so little chocolates or plastic eggs, and then fill them with more chocolate, so you have this just extra wonderful chocolate assortment, little stuffed animals. Really, there's no right or wrong way to do it.
All right, so what do chocolatiers do with some of that leftover chocolate that you guys have?
Well, if there is leftover chocolate, which there rarely is, I love to bake with it. I'll make chocolate chip cookies, just chop up the chocolate, add it to the dough, or put it in pancakes or waffles. I also like to make my own hot chocolate, so just stir it into hot milk, top it with some whipped cream, and there you go.
Can you tell us about the location that you're sitting at today?
This location is, I am in Carlsbad, California, by the sea, and I am surrounded, as you can see, by over 2,700 pieces of chocolate.
Wow, that's fabulous. All right, where can we go for more information about Lindt's chocolate?
Well, you can visit us at lindtusa.com.
Thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you, Dan.
You know, after a challenging winter, it is important to take steps to get healthy and enjoy spring. So here to help is Dr. Katessa Metcalf, a double board certified celebrity physician, to share some timely tips to help us get healthier for the spring and the upcoming summer. Welcome to the show, Dr. Metcalf. How are you, my friend?
I am fantastic, Dan. How are you?
I'm doing better, okay? Today is a better day. I'm waking up a little better. I think I'm feeling okay today. So,
awesome.
Yeah. All right. So how can people make sure that they're healthy enough to enjoy the spring?
Yes, so if you remember me from Bravo's Married to Medicine, you know I'm the doctor that focuses on preventive medicine. That means right now taking a self-assessment, jumping on that scale, looking in the mirror, and evaluating your lifestyle. And I'm here today with some simple suggestions on how to start your healthy journey.
All right, and I know a lot of people try to start working out. How do we start even starting working out?
Yeah, so with warm weather on the horizon, you're sure to be more active, playing sports and getting outside and starting some new activities. This can also lead to sore muscles and aches and pains. So that is why I recommend Arnicare Gel. It's an essential part of a pain-free, active lifestyle. Arnicare Gel, powered by Arnica, provides relief from everyday muscle aches and pains, swelling from injuries, and discoloration from bruises. The scientifically formulated fragrance-free formula is quickly absorbed in the skin and can be found online and in most stores.
All right, what if we're just like not feeling great? I know it's summer summer's on its way. Winter's kind of beat us down. What are some overall suggestions to kind of make us feel better?
Well, I talk to my patients all the time about brain health and the importance of brain health. And Cognizant is a brain health nutrient that has been clinically studied to support brain energy, focus, and attention. And is now available in a novel hydration delivery system, Karma Energy Water. Now, Karma's patented push cap protects the active ingredients until the very moment you're ready to drink. So you'll receive the highest level of nutritional benefits for energy and mental acuity to get you throughout that day. Be sure to look for Cognizant on the label.
All right, I'm a big fan of Karma for sure.
Yeah.
What are some of the newest health trends that can really make a difference?
Supplements that help in multiple areas are key. That's why I love Isopure's new collagen peptides. It supports healthy joints, hair, skin, and nails, plus immune support with 20 grams of collagen. I've been obsessed with adding a scoop of it to my morning coffee or even my smoothie. It's so easy and it blends in seamlessly. And it's a great way to support everyday nutrition, and it's made with minimal ingredients, including biotin and vitamin C. When I use Isopure collagen peptides, I truly feel like I'm glowing from the inside out.
And do you have any healthy tips that might end up surprising some people?
Yeah, did you know that the United States Surgeon General said that adults are on their phone, like 1 in 3 adults are on their phone almost constantly. Yeah, which of course can affect your mental health. And so spring is a great time of year to enjoy life away from our screens. As a leading no-contract wireless provider, TracFone says go ahead and disconnect. Your data is never lost because they offer unlimited carryover. And right now, you can get a free Samsung Galaxy A13 when you purchase a TracFone 3, 6, or 12-month $40 plan. So go ahead and take a short tech disconnect.
I'm down with that. I was always looking for a new way to change my phone so I'm not attached to it so much. All right, Dr. Contessa Metcalf, where can we go for more information and even follow you on social media?
Well, you can follow me at Dr. Contessa on all major platforms. And for everything we talked about today, just go to tipsontv.com.
Dr. Contessa Metcalf, thanks for joining me once again, my friend.
Thanks for having me. Have a good day.
You know, spring is here, which means warmer weather and fun with family and friends. So here to thaw out for spring is drinks expert Theo Rutherford. Welcome to the show, Theo. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Okay. What is a good way to celebrate these changing seasons?
So when you think spring, you're thinking fresh ingredients, fresh produce, anything along those lines. So the great thing about that is you can then look to the random place called your freezer and actually use the freezer to help accentuate some of those and accentuate some great flavors and make entertaining just a little bit easier for you.
So what is the top tip you have for spring entertaining?
So keeping it simple with something like a classic highball using Redemption Rye. Redemption Rye has a nice spicy backbone. Add a little soda water on top of that and make a really nice refreshing drink. But then thinking about your ice that goes in there and using maybe some citrus peels in that ice because A, looks really good, but B, it also starts to add a little bit of a citrus note to that drink as the ice starts to thaw. So it's a really great way to just add some depth and flavor to that drink as it's sitting in the glass.
And can you share some other freezer inspiration?
Absolutely. So a big trend right now is freezer door cocktails. So pre-mixing all of your cocktails beforehand, putting it back into the bottle, and then setting those in your freezer door to get nice and cold. That way, when your guest wants a drink, you don't have to get up and actually make it for them. They can reach into the freezer, grab it, and pour it themselves. So something like a white Negroni that we use Gray Whale gin with, and a little bit of Blanc Vermouth, Lillet Blanc in there to bring out some citrus notes in the gin. Plus, great thing about Gray Whale Gin is every time you reach for that bottle, you're actually contributing to coastal conservation, which is a great thing to give back to.
And do you have anything that's quick and easy, something that would be great for spring and or summer?
Yeah, so still thinking in that freezer door cocktail trend, I love a Boulevardier. It's actually what I test most cocktail bars on when I go in for the first time. We did a little bit of a spin on that using Bibb & Tucker 6-year bourbon. We did that, Campari, sweet vermouth, and then just a touch of hazelnut liqueur that we called the winning hand. With this, it's still nice and bright, still nice and vibrant, but the hazelnut liqueur brings out a little bit of the inherent nuttiness that is in that bourbon and makes a really nice balanced cocktail. Do the same thing. Batch it ahead of time, put it in the freezer, minimal effort for you when you're entertaining, but maximum flavor for your guests, maximum impact for you, and it's just a great way to be able to relax, enjoy each other, and have a great drink at the same time.
And you have something that has a twist.
Yeah, get creative. Have fun with this. So when we're thinking about putting things in ice, do things like jalapeno peppers to put into a margarita with Cantera Negra tequila to add a little bit of spice to the inherent sweetness. You can do things with herbs. You can honestly try pretty much anything. If it goes wrong, all you have to do is put it in the sink and they go away. So try anything you want. Have a little bit of fun with it. Don't be scared. Plus, they look really cool once you actually put them in the glass. So,
Theo, thanks for joining me this morning. We're kind of out of time. Where can we go for more information and maybe follow you for more inspirations?
So if anybody wants to see anything about the brands that we have in front of them, it's deutschfamily.com. We'll have all of that and some spring inspirations. And if you want to follow me, it's Booze Bully on Instagram, no E in booze.
Theo Rutherford, thanks for joining me this morning, my friend.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
And that is it for New Mexico Rising. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. Remember, we have a big event going on April 6th over at Revel Entertainment Center. It is Back to the Beat, where we're bringing back some old VJs and DJs from the Y2K days, people that used to be around on the air in Albuquerque. So if you want to check out that show, go to revelabq.com, get your tickets today, and come hang out with us like you're back in the beach and partying like it's 1999 once again. So check it out. It's revelabq.com. And that's it for the show this week. Thanks for tuning in. Till next week, that was New Mexico Rising.
What's up, everyone? This is Shamar.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Jason Carter here, and I'm inviting you to come relive the splendor of all the fun at the beach at Back to the Beach.
Happening April 6th at Revel Entertainment Center.
I'm gonna be there. All the original Dance, the Team Theme DJs are gonna be there. Get your tickets at revelabq.com.
Get your tickets today.
It's going down. The nostalgia is real. The music, the fun, the magic. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
See you there.